Pretty sure an animal didn't do this. It's hot and dry and steep. This reminds me of when I was a little kid. I used to live in upstate New York. Loved to go out in the woods and just explore, try to find undiscovered trails, stuff like that. It's a little greener than this, but oh, dead end. I have a little challenge I'm going to embark on this week for myself, and that is to drink more water. In general, I'm a terrible water drinker, which is awful, I know, when so many people, wow, look at this view. That is something. I'm gonna try to head up there. So many people don't have water to drink, so I'm lucky to have it. But I'm just kind of terrible at drinking it. I know it's better for everything is better when you drink more water. I drink plenty of coffee, been known to drink a beer or two, but water, it somehow always feels like a chore to me, so that's on my to-do list. If I can get like one of those 60-something ounce bottles or so in, I just see how my energy levels are. I was able to practice this morning from about 6 to 8 a.m., which I'm gonna try to stick with that also, because the advantage is then, well, I'm not done. I guess the advantage is the hardest part of practicing for me, which is the getting started, the just getting over that hump. So that's out of the way. And now I actually feel like excited to go back and learn some stuff. I wanna go over all the tunes for the saxophone retreat, the inside outside retreat, which is coming up in a couple months. I mean, couple weeks, like 2 weeks. So I'll probably be going over some of that today. I'm so out of shape. Somebody asked about the saxophone case cover they saw in yesterday's vlog. I have a custom case. I have a Walt Johnson hard case, which I've had since college, a long time. And it's super durable, but it sucks because you can only really hold it on your right shoulder. So in that regard, it's terrible. But years ago when I was touring with John Mayer, a friend of John's that became a friend of mine, he started and ran a company called Incase. They make laptop cases and iPhone cases. He made that custom case for me, so unfortunately there's nowhere you can go out and buy it.
Inside of here is my Walt Johnson hard flight case, but the zipper has been broken on this this exterior sort of bag for a while, and this was a custom made thing for me by this company Incase back when Incase got started. I took it to a guy who repaired it. He put these patches in that are gonna, because it was all torn here, so this is gonna fix the stress points. But what this allows me to do, check it out. Instead of just being able to carry this on one shoulder, and now it's a backpack.
You know, a couple of times a year I open up my online teaching studio to new students, and I'm getting ready to do that in August. I get a lot of questions from people, things that they're having problems with. Almost inevitably they center around the idea of improvisation, like they don't know what to play, I don't know what to play over changes, I'm having trouble connecting ideas, I play the same stuff all the time, I get lost in the form, I can't keep my place, I don't know, just a lot of stuff about that. And you know, if you were to look at my personal creative output, my career output over the last however many years, a very small percentage of what I've done, at least public facing, you know, project wise, has been quote unquote straight ahead jazz, like maybe 10%. And yet, that's what I continue to this day to spend my time practicing, the language and the aesthetic of bebop and songs, the American Songbook, pre-1958, that harmonic landscape, because it's a challenge. It's difficult. I consider it really high art. To be able to spontaneously weave a creative and hopefully compelling linear musical narrative through and over an ever-shifting harmonic landscape, and with a great time feel and a groove, man, that's difficult stuff. And the tools, the procedures, the process for doing that, I find to be the best thing to allow me, my facility, my ears and everything, to allow me to be able to play whatever kind of music I want, any style or genre, rock, funk, soul, R&B, modal, blah, 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 whatever. That's why I keep coming back to it, you know. Specifically the last month we've been dealing with Bird. We're doing a bunch of lessons. I'm continuing this whole thing with Bird because it's like, God, everything you need to know just about is in Charlie Parker playing the blues. You add John Coltrane to that. There's a lot. Obviously, I'm leaving out hundreds of people, but I'm just saying as a saxophonist, even just dealing with Bird in that way, I mean, it's an incredible set of tools. And song form. I mean, like I spent this morning from 6 to 8 hours working on a song and in a very methodical way going through it. I mean, that's what allows me, that's a challenge. It's just a challenge for me. So it's what I keep working on. It keeps working for me, and I keep seeing it work for students. All right, I got my water. I'm gonna try to drink one of these every day for the next week. See if I feel any better, any different. I hope so. We'll see. Also, I just found the hard drive that had a whole bunch more of my footage from the Snarky tour on it, so I will be sticking some of that in the next couple of days.